You low-key look like one of my cousin's best friend's baby daddy. It's that's a long.
Girl, let's talk. Let's talk. You've seen the title of the video. Your girl is back again with another girl chat and new to my channel. Hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even have to say anything because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on what? That's on periods. Okay, so in today's girl chat, we're gonna be talking about the newest episode of Pop the Balloon. I believe it's episode 24. And y'all know a lot on my channel, we talk about dating and I give y'all stories of my personal experience when it comes to dating. But in this video, we're gonna be talking about us, cause sisters, I was appalled on some of the stuff that I seen in that episode. That episode honestly pissed me off, y'all. So we're gonna just talk about it. In today's dating world, a lot of us say that the dating pool has pee in it. It's a sassy man apocalypse. Men don't want to be men no more. All the men are down low. And we talk about men. And I'm not saying these things are not true, but after watching that episode, it was evident that a lot of us are the reason why we're single. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it real. We're the reason why we're single. So I'm going to be showing y'all some of the clips and reacting to some of the clips with y'all on why this is my thesis as to why we might be the pee that's in the dating pool. Because this episode right here, y'all, when I say it pissed me off, I was just like, what? This man is 6'2", and you canceling him and he's 6'2"? Like, what? So yeah, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and react to some of the episodes. There's nothing wrong with you having a preference, and if you are a woman of a taller stature, or if you 5'1" and you want to be with a man that's 5'11" or 5'5" or just taller than you, whatever your requirements are, those are your requirements. Nobody can't shame you for it. But on this episode, these women were telling men that was 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", they were saying, "Pop, cause you're too short."
It's also the height for me.
Oh, okay. So you end up popping the height.
Okay. But you are very handsome, and I like your style.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And your eyes too. I just noticed.
She's got a whole list.
I just said.
Okay, and how tall are you? Because he looked like he's towering over you.
I'm 6 feet
It's
tall.
because I have. You're. Well, yeah.
Right. So how tall are you? He said he's 6 feet.
Just maybe because I have heels on, maybe I feel a little taller, but yeah.
Okay.
I think you're very handsome and well spoken, but you're just kind of short for me. But you're very handsome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now we ended up getting Our Lady popped over here too. What happened?
Well, my first strike was the height thing. Like, not because you're the height that you are, but you said you were 6 feet and you're not 6 feet. And now I'm not trying to be mean, but like, I don't think you're 6 feet. Like, I'm almost eye to eye with you and I'm not that tall. But go ahead.
I mean, I recently got measured at the DMV and
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, my eyes are deceiving me, but that, the eyebrow thing and
I'm 25, and I pop because basically the height. I like my men a little taller than me, so
Okay.
taller than me completely. I want to be looking up to you.
How tall are you?
5'11".
Okay.
So, yeah.
How tall do you think I am?
I think you're probably about my height, 5'11", maybe.
Nah.
Oh no, he's definitely like 6'3".
For sure.
Wait,
sure.
6'3"?
For sure.
Okay, well, yeah.
For sure.
But still, I like them just a little taller.
Sure.
But other than that, you're very handsome.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
This is what we're doing. We calling men 6'1", 6'2". We're calling 6'1", 6'2" men short. And a lot of the women on the show, they were like 5 foot, and they were just like, oh yeah, I pop because he's short. I pop because I like my man to be, I like to look up to my men. You flew halfway across the country to Phoenix to be on this show, and you're saying that you popped the balloon because he was 5 inches taller than you and not 10? Like, what? How does that make sense? And a lot of these women on this particular episode, I feel like they were just consenting to what the other women were saying. If y'all noticed that anytime one person popped the balloon, it was like a domino effect. One person popped, boom, 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 and then the rest of them popped. She's like, oh, his height is too short. And then you can kind of see them looking around at the other women trying to like compare like, oh, she pop, oh, I'm a pop. I don't want to be the only one with my balloon. I don't want to just be the pick me because everybody pop. You know, I feel like a lot of them were just like, didn't have a mind of their own. They were literally just popping because the other women were popping. We are now saying the new standard to be considered tall is above 6'2". If he's 6 foot, he's short. I honestly think according to Google, for a man, I believe anything that's shorter than 5'7" is short, because I think 5'7" is like the average height, but anything under that is considered short. But now y'all don't redefine the definition. I also seen a comment in the comment section that said women will start redefining what type of man they want once they've reached the goal. So if a woman says like, oh, I want a man that's tall, all right, he's 6'2", now he's tall, and then she'll be like, I want a man that makes over 7 figures. Well, not 7, because we ain't talking about millionaires. That's like the top 1%. That's just the Lulu when we say that. But they'll say, I want a man that makes 6 figures. All right, he makes 6 figures. All right, I don't like men that wear earrings. All right, he stopped wearing earrings. And then it's always going to be something. Like, y'all are just looking for something, because I'm in a relationship, but half of those men on that show, they spoke well, they were intelligent, they had good jobs. That was not an episode where man was just saying that they were an entrepreneur, or I have investments, because you know when you just say entrepreneur, you have investments, it's giving you're unemployed and you sleeping on somebody's couch. That's what it's giving. But that wasn't that episode. That group, that lineup was beautiful. All of them were doing something. They seemed passionate and they knew exactly what they wanted, and they were all well spoken and well dressed. And that's the next topic that I want to go ahead and talk about. I noticed that some of the women on there, I believe the first 3 men, they were all, like I said again, well spoken. They were not bad looking. All of them were not my preferably type, but they were not bad looking. Well dressed, good jobs, and they were very passionate. And then when the third guy came, I'm not gonna say he was unintelligent, but he used a lot of slang, he used a lot of profanity, and his answers weren't profound. Like, his answers were very like vain, and he didn't go into a lot of detail about what he was looking for. He said like a few things, and you notice on that man, nobody popped. When that 4th man came out, nobody popped. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at that episode.
I mean women, some women who always angry, who got anger issues, and I also don't like a sense of entitlement. Like, if I feel like you entitled in any type of area, though, I'm not gonna like, it's gonna make me not want to be around you.
Okay.
So yeah, like stuff like that.
All right. So we haven't got any pop balloons yet.
Okay.
You're the first of this episode, I'll tell you that.
For real?
All right. So with that being said, I'm actually going to switch it on over to you. There are quite a few girls. So for the first round, I'm going to have you pop 3 balloons.
3 balloons?
3 balloons based off of what you're seeing. Whoever doesn't really fall right into your type. So let me give you a pick.
All right.
There you go. And then go ahead and pop those 3.
Shit, it's tough.
Okay, 2 more. And 1 more.
1 more.
Okay, since we're here, we'll start here first. All right, if we can have your name and age.
My name is Renee. I'm 25.
And Renee, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
So I like your accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Philly.
I like your accent.
Thank you.
I like your outfit today.
Thank you.
You're not my initial type because of the height, but like I said, I did like the things that you were saying. I like your accent. Very handsome.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
All right, so why did we end up popping her balloon?
The 4th man and everybody still had their balloons. It confirmed to me that these women are shallow, and a lot of women are shallow. They'll say, oh, you have to be this height, you have to have this, you have to have this going on. That man was very clean cut. He had a nice outfit on, but his outfit was no better than any of the other guys on there. Also, that man was about the same height as the other men on the show, but y'all notice a really tall woman, she didn't pop her balloon on him, and they were pretty much about the same height. The other guy, she kind of chastised him, was just like, oh, you're way shorter than me. Oh, you're not the height that you said you were. But the other guy, y'all were pretty much looking eye to eye. And you didn't do that just because you found him attractive. A lot of women on these shows and just in life in general, they will say, oh, I'm looking for this. I don't want to talk to a guy because his jeans are too tight, or he has a dangly earring, or his mama last name is my ex-mom's middle name. Like, they'll come up with the craziest reasons as to why they do not want to speak to someone. And then the guy that their phenotype, the guy that they're interested in comes out. And when I say interested in, I mean interested in just based off of looks and nothing more. He'll come out and they don't articulate themselves well. They don't really have any interest or show interest in them. And they hold on to that balloon like their life depended on it. People that was very critical about the guy's height, the girl that was tall, She and that guy was eye to eye. She held on to her bloom. She didn't care about him being eye to eye. It didn't give look up to my savior. Like, it didn't give that when you were looking at me eye to eye, but you kept your bloom. You kept your bloom because that was your type. That was your phenotype. He had a deep voice. He gave masculine vibes to them. So they kept their bloom. And I noticed on a lot of these episodes, it doesn't really matter what a man says or what he does or how he articulates himself or what job he has. When a woman is physically attracted to you, she'll let you get away with murder. When you look good, like you look good enough to eat off of, like you know what I mean? Like when a man truly looks good to a woman and she's sexually attracted to him, she would let him get away with anything. And when that fourth guy came out, it was evident. Everybody else, they're just like, oh, you're just not my type. You're just not my type. How do you know if he's your type? He just stepped out. Like, he barely came out. That I believe the third guy, he barely came out. The man just came out, walked, and then pop, 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 pop.
Oh, welcome in. Come on a little closer. Come on in. Don't be scared.
He barely got to say his name, and y'all looking for love. Y'all flew all the way across the country because y'all were looking for love, but you didn't even give the prospects a chance. Like, the man barely said his name, and you already popped. And then I honestly think out of that lineup, he was one of the best ones. You can tell he was very charismatic. He had a really dope personality. But you see, when one person got their bloom back, this is another thing going back to me saying a lot of them are followers. One person gets their bloom back, and then you seen homegirl shortly after that, she was like, oh, I think I want my bloom back too. Why you want your bloom back all of a sudden? Because she got her bloom back. Y'all get what I'm saying? A lot of these women that come on these shows and in real life, they don't really know what they want.
Or they're just simply not healed. No woman wants a man that nobody wants when she's not secure in herself. You notice when no one wants the guy, then it's just like, why would I want him? So they confine and they go ahead and pop the bloom. But when everyone's interested in the man, they get insecure and then they go ahead and pop the bloom because it's just like, what are my chances?
The point I wanted to point out is, what is up with these women saying, oh, you vibe with her well. Like, oh, you vibe with her, so I'm just going to pop my balloon. I'm just going to do myself a favor. How are you doing yourself a favor? He had a conversation with her. He was coming to you next. You act like you're not in a line, and he has to spend time with each woman. Like, you know, you watched the show before, so you know, he's coming there to speak to multiple women, and it's basically like online dating, but in person.
That was cute.
Okay. Any questions for him while we're here?
Yes, a few. How old are you again?
I'm 29.
29.
Yes.
Okay. Where do you live?
I live here in Scottsdale.
Okay. Any children?
No, I got one dog, but no
I
children,
have a puppy as well. Her name is Joyce. She's 6 months. Love her to death.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. How do you feel about long distance, and what does a successful relationship look like to you?
I don't do long distance, unfortunately. Yes.
And where are you again?
I live in DC, but I travel a lot. I work from home. I'm always on the West Coast. Yeah, understandable. Nice to meet you, Robert.
You as well. Cheers.
Guys, y'all in this handshake. Okay, where did we end up popping?
Just their vibe, it seemed like they
Girl.
he was like shaking his girl hand, like, hello, how are you? It just seemed like they had more chemistry, maybe.
I haven't gone over to you yet.
I mean,
He interacted with you too. He was like, oh yeah, outdoors.
Yeah, outdoorsy. But I feel like they had like a whole conversation.
Okay.
And then, yeah, you said you were 29?
29.
Yeah, okay. You just look a little bit older.
I know, it's the ball. I can't
It's the
help
ball. No. But yeah, you're really handsome, really nice dressed. I love your teeth.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, well, unfortunately, that is all of the.
They'll go ahead and beat him to the punch just because they feel like their bloom is about to get popped. That's crazy. And then the last thing I want to go ahead and close with is I don't even know how women came up with this. And I'm saying women as if I do not own a vagina. See, I'm just like, I was so embarrassed after this episode that I just wanted to disassociate myself from even being a woman, because I'm just like, what? You're saying that you popped your balloon because he looks like your sister's cousin, best friend's baby dad. Like, what does that correlate? Or you guys are like, oh, you look like my cousin. I don't want to date my cousin. I don't want to have a relationship with my cousin.
My name is Dee. I'm 27. I popped my balloon because you kind of look like my cousin. I'm so sorry.
I don't want to date my cousin either.
But you look good.
Agent, why you ended up popping?
My name is Kamina. I'm 27. It's just that you low-key look like one of my cousin's best friend's baby daddy. It's that's a long list. Yeah, I'm like, you kind of look about I try.
That is shallow and that is childish. What does him having to look like your cousin or look like your auntie or your uncle or look like anybody that you may know of have to do with anything? Let's just take a look, y'all, because I'm puzzled. Maybe if you one of those women that don't date men that remind you of somebody or that look like somebody, maybe you can comment down below and explain that logic to me. But y'all, I am just utterly confused. Like, I did not understand that sentiment. And it wasn't just one or two women. I've watched pretty much all of Arlette's Pop the Balloon episodes, and that's a reoccurring thing. That's a theme in all of her videos. I honestly feel bad for every male that was on that lineup because they didn't even have a chance. A lot of these women were very shallow, superficial, didn't even know what they want. Like, they know what they wanted physically, but on a deeper level, these women didn't know what they want. And you would think a lot of them did know what they want because they flew all the way across the city. One girl said that she was from Detroit, but she didn't want to do long distance relationships. So you flew cross country to go on a dating show, and then if you match with someone that lived in that state or wherever, oh, I'm popping because I don't want to do long. But you want a relationship enough to fly across the country. And I know somebody personally that went on the show, and she said that they do not pay for your plane ticket. They don't pay for any of your accommodations. You're just getting publicity off of being on the show. So how, like, you know what I mean? Like, how does it honestly, y'all, it just don't make sense. So go ahead and close this video out. Y'all can let me know what y'all thought about that episode. And if you did not watch the episode, I'm going to link it down below. Go watch it and then come back here. Because this whole episode, when I say I was... I was between laughing and just confused. Like, I was just perplexed the entire episode because I'm just like, what? He's short, but then he's tall, and then his pants are tight, and then I can dress him, but I can't. And then he looked like my cousin, baby daddy's sister. Y'all, I can't make it up. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out, and I'll see y'all in my next girl chat.